for the regular citizens to buy that water, and it's what's called an essential need. It's a basic need, you know. And communism is when the government pretends as if there's no God. Government becomes God. Government takes all of your money in your pockets and takes it and puts it in what's called a central bank. And then it gives each person $1, $1, $1, $1, $1 each. Fairly, it treats everyone as equal, you know. Those are the two systems. Ladies and gentlemen, what I just told you is the world's problem. You know, how resources are to be divided, you know, is essentially what this thing talks about, you know. For an example, the Russians were fighting for communism. Americans are fighting for capitalism, you know. But as we've been learning all throughout the week, there's no one ideal system, you know. When people fight, when there are two ideas, there's something called dialectics. It's when there's a position, when there's opposition, and then you bring the two together to a compromise. It's called synthesis, okay? So capitalism, communism, you bring it together to a compromise, you bring what's called socialism, which is what majority of the world works with, you know, like Britain. Even South Sudan, the government is still forming, so we have yet to identify precisely what it is. But it is, though it's showing a lot of capitalistic elements, it is socialism in nature, you know? Like, you know, we have heard of the story how the Somalis, they tried to control the fuel market and raise the price, but the government stepped in with security agents, and they made those lower the price a bit so that it's practical, you know? So that's what this essay is about. Basically what the essay says eventually in thesis is money should not buy everything, you know? There are things money cannot buy, like love. Money shouldn't buy love. Say, for an example, I have a problem with the president here, Mr. Centino, okay? Money is not supposed to be able to buy a headman and kill him. Yeah? Money cannot do that, you know? One of the things money should not buy, you know? So that's what the author of this essay talks about, Mr. Arthur Okon. And so in reality, he emphasizes what's called socialism, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, you know, when capitalism, you know, what's called, you know, when politics is practiced without morality, without religion, something to check, without, you know, when you go overboard, the state is ruined. And that's what happened with what's called the French Revolution, okay? That's what happened. You know, it's when people begin to abuse power and they go overboard, there comes an uprising, you know, and they overthrow that government and bring in a new government that can give them services, you know, is basically what this essay discusses, you know. Anyways, to bring this whole thing to a conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, is in short, what this says is what it describes as what's called a class problem. You know, again, classes are always, you know, there's the rich and there's the poor and there's that gap. You know, the question is how to reduce that gap. You know, that's the essential problem of mankind. You know, and that's what we're about. That's pretty much it. That's what the lecture is about. It's, you know, Dan asked me to condense it into 10 minutes, but like I said, these are things that people, you know, study for 4, 5, 10, even 10 years, or people with PhD in what's called political economy. You know, so what I was giving you is just small hints, small points, so that next time someone asks you what is capitalism, you know what it is. What's socialism? You understand what it is. What's communism? You understand. Okay. That's the end of my lecture. Ladies and gentlemen, I have noticed a lot of leaders among you, you know, and I've also noticed different sorts of leadership. You know, Dow discussed a different sort of leadership the other day. I've noticed a lot of leaders, you know. But one particular individual that stood out to me, you know, and perhaps she might have stood out to other people, maybe not, is this young lady here named Malieth, you know. I got a chance, yes. Yeah, go ahead, clap. The reason being is twofold. One reason is, from the first day she took the initiative. You know, she was a bit nervous on the first day, but the second day she was up there dancing and interacting and debating, you know. That's taking initiative, you know, what leadership is about. Secondly, this one is more, you wouldn't understand. We got to talk a bit in person, and she told me her personal struggle. Everyone has had struggles, but she explained to me how she fought to educate herself. You know, that's another internal reason as to why I choose to give her a gift. You know, like I said earlier, God is the designer, He's the director. It's amazing how He plans things. You know, the lecture is different and the gift is different, but somehow He's brought them together. You know, the book I've given her is called the what? The Communist Manifesto. You know, it should help her in her future plans. So this little book, ladies and gentlemen, has changed the world. I don't know if you guys realize, but our dear leader, John Garanmukio, was actually a student of this man. A lot of John Garang's ideas are in these lines. It's a small book. It's actually what started what we call World War II. You know? So that's it. Thank you very much.
T-shirt. Hey.
Keep up the hard work.
They said when you identify the leader, you give T-shirt.
No.
Good. Okay.
Thank you very much. Keep up the hard work, and God bless you.
Okay.
Thank you. I just made a good question. You're the Minister of Health, Minister of Education. You have to decide a curriculum. You have to decide the policy.